Good morning, all you wonderful people. Good afternoon, good evening, good tomorrow, wherever you are in the world. I hope you are day. We are just getting things ready. A little morning stream. It won't be, I shouldn't think, time. Let us get into it. Aha! And as we arrive, we see Otto just running in here. Don't know what he's about to do. Let's trigger it. I got the sound set up wrong. That's better. Let's sort that out. I would like to continue this there. Keep it in that line. So we'll come over to here. Come over to there. It should be okay because it will just drop down in the magma. That. In fact, we'll complete the line all the way along. No gases can come through that corner. That's fine. That'll give us a catching board to catch all this junk on. In fact, we can go right the way through. Center of there, like that. Beautiful, beautiful. And that way all this junk here will land on here instead of landing on this platform here. When we get round to doing that section, let's put up the answers. That getting done. Alexa keeps thinking I'm talking to her, but I'm not. Gotta just double check we're getting all the hot materials. Let's have a look in there. Yeah, the next patch will come down here. We might just brick in this entire side. It'll give us obsidian to use on the outside, so that's fine. I don't mind doing that. When we get to that stage, when we chop off this entire top of the map, top of this section anyway. Bunch of build orders here they can reach. Prefer they did as much of that as they can reach before they dig this next section out. Yeah, there's another bit of igneous dropped in there, but never mind. That's just one piece. That should warm up pretty quick, unlike these pieces that have taken ages to warm up. The next eruption from here should be enough. 10 cycles should make most of this igneous melt. Now, don't get your heads stuck, will you guys? We used to be terrible for that, getting their heads stuck. Now they've improved the chances of them moving. There we go. Beautiful. We'll dig on a 7 up here. So that when they've done that, they do have some other digs to do in here. Builds. Slightly lower priority than this. I'd rather this was done first. Yeah, some of it's going to fall. That's just understandable. And then if nobody goes in here to dig any of this, cancel those digs there. There we go. We can then brick that up. Nobody should go in there then. Yeah, finish building that, would you? I don't want anyone disappearing up. Yeah, there we go. Good. Less likely for one of them to pop up there instead. Someone's going to build this last piece of ladder. We can destroy that bit when we get in there. Lovely jubbly. Perfect. That sounds good to me. We'll make this all an 8 now. There we go. Have fun. Go ham. And when we break up in here, we've got to make sure we use every bit of obsidian in this section. Because otherwise, anything we don't use, we can't leave access to from the other side when we chop the top of this section off. It will be red hot. Anything that's been built with will not be red hot. So I think we will run the ladders on in here because that will help us build stuff. I'll give them some builds to do. I'll make those a higher priority that they get done. As and when they get a piece of obsidian, they can build the ladders. And all that's for is so that we can get in and just build every single square with a tile of something that is reset to the temperature. Come down like that as well, I think. And we can use all this space. Might not be able to use that, so let's let's go like so. That should be able to fill all that gap as well. We might not build tiles in all of it because, in fact, temp shift plates are better. They use more materials. Temp shift plates are 800. Oh, somebody's getting scalded somewhere. Who's in the soup? Someone's gone in there to get some. Well, that was clever, wasn't it? Why would you go in there for? Yeah, muppet. I was waiting for that level to sort of equalize a bit. Because we can actually build a couple of tiles here. Then we can deconstruct that from there. Deconstruct that one. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Where are you going? Don't be stupid now. Don't be stupid now. Come on. Don't destroy that tile. I want to stop this behaviour. So, go away. That is ridiculous. So hopefully someone can come and destroy that, and they won't do that anymore. They won't be able to reach. Who's coming to do it? Liam said, but I don't know where he is. Oh, this might be Liam now. Come and do that before anyone else does something stupid. Got to make sure nobody else goes down there. Alright, where are you going? You changed your mind now, haven't you? Yes, you have, haven't you? Oh, they're going in here instead now. Oh, you idiots. That's because it's the nearest obsidian to the job that they want to do. They're coming in there to get it. So we'll deconstruct that one as well. Someone will have to risk their life and limb to go in there and get that. Let's make sure... Yeah, they're crouching down. There's the obsidian right there that they can reach. 7 tons of it. Are you coming to destroy that ladder? Good. Let's just keep our eye on people's behaviours. Run away. Go. Go. Go, 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 go. Get out that magma. There you go. Good chap. We'll slowly work our way along here. We'll deconstruct these two. Well, we can deconstruct all of that now. And as we build the ladder along, this level should go down so we won't get our feet wet. as we do such things. Does mean they're going to bring more obsidian back with them, which is rather stupid. Never mind. You can use the obsidian here. See? Instead of going back to get more obsidian, you could use this obsidian, couldn't you? See, you could have caught that and reused it. Now they'll just bring some more back. It's fine. They'll drop it in here probably. Usually do. Gotta keep my eye on them. There we go. Beautiful. Beautifully done. You can deconstruct that one if you would like. And maybe catch the obsidian to build those with, if you like. That would be sensible. No? Oh, okay. Never mind. If someone gets the build order for the ones they can reach, then they won't bother grabbing the obsidian. But I think it's fine. We've got enough. More obsidian than we know what to do with, so it's fine. This is working quite well, this methodology. Hopefully you grab that to build that with, but I'm not going to hold my breath. No, maybe not. In that case, I shall, they can get jobs to do that. It's a bad idea. Yeah, don't do that yet. They will come down here to do it. In fact, it might be a good idea to just deconstruct a couple of these. There we go, to stop them from being able to reach. Just for a moment. We can rebuild them if we want them. How's it going up here, guys? Look at that. That's beautiful. That's never going to get built, is it? Let's do that. And then they will do lots of running backwards and forwards. Pick up obsidian. In fact, I'm going to run that down even further. Yeah, we might as well. Might as well run it down here. That will give them a quick route to run down and get more obsidian. We can fill this place with temp shift plates of doom. Utilities. Temp shift plate. Made of dirt? No. Sedimentary? No. There's obsidian. Obsidian. There we go. Build some temp shift plates of obsidian-ness. We can lower the priority for now. Make them a 7. See how they deliver 800 kilos to each one? That will be crucial in this. We don't want them for their temperature transferring ability. They're in a vacuum. We're just on building them to reset the temperature from whatever ridiculous temperature it is to something a bit more manageable and use up as much material in the process. I mean, what we'll probably do at the end is just do a second little sort of like enough room for them to walk through so they can come down here. Just build a second layer along the top, which will prevent them getting access to the hot material they didn't use, unless this is enough space to use it all, which it might be. Who knows? Something off-gassing on there, and I'd like to... I'd like to see what it is. Mop job, maybe? Mop order. Yeah, do a mop right there, please. It's going to take a few. Obsidian's a very tough material to dig, so... We've lowered the priority of that, but they've delivered to it. That's the main thing. It hasn't reset the temperature, though. We cancelled that. Let's do a test. Let's build one down here. Actually, we can't test it there because we can't see when the material lands what temperature it will be. We can't build one in there. Build one right over this tile here. There we go. We'll deliver the materials to it and then we'll delete it before they build it. Someone can come and deliver the stuff to it. Ah, I thought you were doing it. I'm desperate to dig this ladder now because I made it a 9. It's just so they can get down to where the obsidian is a bit quicker when we start building all these temp shift plates everywhere. Right, don't actually build it. We'll cancel it. And that little crumb is still 1,465.7 degrees. So yeah, we definitely need to actually build the tiles to reset the temperature. And I call it a game mechanic. Some people might call that, you know, abuse or some kind of system, like taking advantage of game glitch or something, but it's not. It's how the game it works, and it's always done it that way. So they've never changed it. It's part of the system. I don't see it as an exploit or anything like that. It's just how it is. We could pump all of that obsidian into this room and just use it for power. I don't see the point in that. There's a grapefruit seed there. Grub fruit, not grapefruit. If I set this. Been there for a very long time. I'd like to find grubfruit seed and put it in there, please. Stick it in a box. Somebody, and sweep up that little bit of abyssalite there as well. When this gets going, it's going to be really hot. And it's going to give all its heat out into any junk that's left lying around. So we might as well sweep the junk up first. Everybody's wandering about, doing stuff and things. Right, there's a couple of bits of ladder that fell down, so we can deconstruct this now. Build some more ladderage along the bottom. Yeah, we can build that now because I can't get down here. It'll be done from here instead. There we go. Build, dig, do stuff. This is slightly lower priority now. Let's dig on an 8. Right through there. There we go. You can do that now. You're allowed. Wonderful. Let's come back up to our area where we've got some shovel legs. 2 there and 1 there. And what we want in here is a one of these incubators, but it'll just stay in this room. I'm going to dig that ladder out. We'll make it so that if they want to come in and out, because I blocked them coming in and out all the way up and down here. If they want to come up there, oh no, they don't have to actually. Fine. They can come to this ladder and go around, can't they? So that'll look better. I'm going to move this critter drop off under there, so that if we get any more shovels from space or something, they can be put in here. I think they've changed the way they work the shovels so that we can't take advantage of the free food situation. It's literally just free food. Shovels give an incredible amount of meat when they die, so that makes them very valuable for. And of course, if we're going to scale back the hatches, we will need to replace wherever we're getting the barbecue from. Let's continue this situation here. Nels is on the case. I think we can just satisfactorily just get rid of those now, can't we? I think we can probably 1, 2, 3. No, we can't get rid of those. Oh well. Well, we can if we put a ladder there to reach them. I don't want anyone climbing down. There we go. This bit of nails are on the case, just tidying up this section, and then we are free to build our little ramp going down this way. Maybe we shouldn't just yet, because we need to get in and out. Couple more to build, and then, oh yeah, I want to deconstruct those 2 ladders there. That was our access point down there, but I don't want anyone dunking their heads in the magma anymore. Silly idea. Don't do it. Perfect. So 1 there and 1 there to go, and that section is complete. Next time I come around there, hopefully that will be done. We could make a liquid lock here. That would be so much easier to access. It would, wouldn't it? It would be really easy to get in and out. I don't think we need a double lock anymore for temperature transfer because, you know, there's no temperature. It's a vacuum. The idea of the double liquid lock is just to prevent any possibility of heat transfer. There's a vacuum in the middle, so there's no way the temperatures can interact. You coming to build this? Anyone? Sphinx is coming. Come on, Stinky. Where are you? Stinky's coming. Probably Stinky, is it? No, that's not Stinky. Oh, look. Well, not an eruption, but some of that has finally evolved, like the critters. Some of that just exploded into, yeah, I think there was a piece here, wasn't there, of igneous. Must have finally reached temperature like this one. 1409. That carries on going up in temperature. That's going to suddenly melt. Oh, that's going to look cool. And that finally goes. Yeah, so I think we're going to brick this bit in here. Make a liquid lock just there. There we go. I'm going to use ceramics for this. Straight along there. So that we've still got entry into here. We can do what we want. We can run this thing if we want to add a little bit of oil to the situation. Bit of leaky oils. Yeah, still got a vacuum. That is all still chopped off from the rest of it. Temperature's still nice and high in here. Lovely. Yeah, I might just dump this into this and just, yeah, well, sod it. You know, be done with it. Yeah, because I don't like all this weird ladderage. Ladderage? Is that a term? It is now. So they're actually getting built now. Let's obsidian up some of this. Yep, you can build some there. Someone's going through the tunnels. Whee! Oh. Yeah, they're all over the place, aren't they? That's great. I am tempted to build one of the transit tube access points here. We could easily pop one in. It would cost a bit of power to run it, but we could go like this. Transit tube access, bit of steel. Actually, I'll set it back a little bit. Yeah, like that. And then we'll pop a little bit there. You've got to be quite careful how you bend the pipes, because the pipes don't always... You can't go like, you know, that won't work. It won't go down as it now. Cancel that. But as long as it's going down like that, you're all right. You need kind of a little bit of extra space above it. Come on. Actually, that bit's not necessary. You can get rid of that. That'll just make it a little bit quicker for them to get back home. They can use the tube access to get back. There we go. Make sure that's connected so it's got these little corner pieces. And then we'll power it up. The nice, delicious piece of lead. Where are we going to go with that? It seems stupid trying to make it pretty down here. It's not a nice place. Let's just put the thing in and use it. Once they've built that last bit of plastic. Well, yeah, it's on high priority, and they can build that. We'll build ourselves a liquid lock right here, and then we don't have to keep worrying about coming down here through these doors all the time and around this section. We can build our little ramp to direct the flow, and that's it. That's all we'll do. Yeah, we'll place a ceramic block. I think we had it like that, going down by one to make this sort of gap a little bit more reasonable. At some point, we could probably just come in here and delete that because it's just to help the flow of the magma to come towards the window tiles here. But I don't actually want them to build it just yet. Even on a 1, they were building it before. Oh, look at that. They've built all these temperature plates up here out of obsidian. Now, even if they bring cold obsidian in to build, I say cold, it's still 45 degrees. But even if they bring cold, we're going to get it back when we chop this piece off of the rest of the area. We still want this area to be accessible because we want to be able to get to the underneath of this section to dig out this obsidian, double thick this thing. Maybe try and clean up some of this magma here. There we go, transit tube nearly ready, nearly optional. It is now powering up. You can see it's getting power. Charge available. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Going up. It's now gone green, which means it's got enough power to do an actual transport. Now, the more of these you have, the more power you're going to use up. So, yeah, you've got to be aware that you're probably going to need... Yeah, let's do that. I think when this is an entrance to this area, it'll be a lot faster. Should have done that before we did all this rubbish, but hey. Actually, do that as 7. This is more important. This is actually even more important than that. So kind of get that out of my way, would you? And then I'm going to go sort of like... yeah, I suppose something like that will be sufficient. We filled that with liquid. We'll get rid of that as well. Yeah, do that. And we'll put a bottle emptier in there and fill that up with crude. I would use this section, but it'll be so hot, that crude. It comes out at 326. It'll probably be about 290 degrees once it's met the atmosphere. Same as all the way up here. This one, this baby. Yeah. Very high in here. But we've cooled down the atmosphere by bricking it in now. Just brick the thing in completely all the way around. I'm tempted to come in here. Actually, let's power. Let's take the power off of that. Then it won't keep getting hot. Now it's in a vacuum. Its temperature is 202 degrees. Yeah, it'll keep getting hot because it's powered. It's lucky it didn't break because I didn't notice that. More plug slugs. No, not playing with plug slugs. Not this time. Let's come down here, somebody. and dig this out for me or build it or whatever. Plumbing, bottle emptier, Peru. Fill that with crude. I would just have a little tiny lock like we did here, but yeah, this is, you know, risk of a sour gas cloud, so yeah, I'd want this to at least be a decent amount of liquid. Yeah, it's going to be liquid glass as an airlock. Remember not to, got to remember not to forget. There you go. That's a good saying for you. Marco said this. Yes, he did. A tile there, just to delete the gases. We'll probably put a tile there as well to delete gases, and then we'll, when this is blocked up, we might have to put a tile there because there'll be trapped carbon dioxide in this area. That's looking good. And they reach these. They've been sat there for ages, not being done. Never mind. We've got ladders, so we should be able to reach everything and just use up as much of this obsidian as we possibly can to reset the temperature. Be awesome to see that just completely covered in temp shift plates. But we might get bored before we get it finished and just cut that top piece off. This is all vacuum. By building these temp shift plates, it resets the temperature to 45 from whatever ridiculous temperature it is. Yeah, 1256. We can't have that in our base. And we've already got some crude oil delivered in here. I'm just going to put an insurance tile right there because I know what I'm like. If I forget that, that will get filled pretty darn quick and it'll overflow. Could have just put a hole there and let it come down here. That's where home of crude oil there. Well, it will be when it's opened and examined. They're on very high priorities for now. Actually, if we put that there, they can't actually... Yeah, they can. They can climb off there. That's fine. There we go. Right, we'll put another tile here. Just to delete the gases. Push all the gases down here. This is officially, this is a liquid lock already because it's got a liquid there. Gases cannot travel between these two tiles. That would if we brick this in, those three in, and then deleted them, this would be a vacuum already. Just with that tiny little liquid lock there. Similar to how we did this when we gained access to that room. Bye. Enjoy your day. It always does this linking business while it's running. But yeah, see, this is jammed full of carbon dioxide. That will prevent the liquid from entering that tile, even when it reaches about 900 for crude oil, 1,000 for water. We will place a tile there to delete those gases. Next time someone pumps some liquid in, we can delete these three tiles and be ready to access through this part. That'll make it a lot quicker to come up here and build these tiles because they'll be able to just drop out of the tube, come through the liquid lock, be in this section. We might even just bust that tile there and just put the ladder up here, just to make it even faster. Because it's going to take a long time. Temp shift plates take ages to build because they're mass. 800 kilos. Would do insulated tiles, but they're only 400 kilos. We can do double per tile if we do it this way. There's no temperature in here to change the temperature of, so it just sits there. So nice, balmy 45 degrees. Oh yeah, beautiful. That has now turned to liquid in that tile, pushing all the gases, or deleting the gases. When that drops, that should just be a vacuum there. I'll just watch and see what happens. Let that crude run out. If indeed that does drop. There we go, it's dropped now. That is a vacuum because that is blocking this carbon dioxide from getting across. Deconstruct these, ready for our entrance. Grand entry. Deconstruct there. Oh, all you need is this T shape, but you don't even really need to fill it. But just in case of a sour gas leak or something, I'd rather have a bit of material there to absorb temperature. If it's just a little few grams like that, it would easily, very quickly. Let's check the temperatures of all these ladders. Yeah, these are good. These are good. There's even one there that's even colder for some reason. Not sure why, but there. They're probably bringing in obsidian to build them with, which is funny. You don't need to bring obsidian to build the obsidian tiles. The whole point of it is to reset the hot temperatures. Now, there's tricks you could do. You could lock the door, you could prevent them access. For the, you know, get them in here under some pretext. And then just have a door here that you lock so they can't go back out. So they have to use the obsidian. Obviously, then you've got to be very careful. You don't make them wet their suits if they desperately need to go and you don't realise. Come on, come on, come on, come on. We get this done first, because if we have an accident with crude and it drips down here, guess where it's going? Straight in the magma. Instantly flashing to sour gas. You wouldn't even see the petroleum, it would just boom, sour gas. I don't really want that. That's not my idea of good. I'm going to delete this one now. So we can come up, and I'm going to place, the door is going to go here, so I'd rather have a solid block of it. So we'll do such things as those. One more bottle should be enough to fill that tile and overflow into these. That's what we're waiting for. One more bottle of crude. I wish I had a better liquid to use, because I really don't want them taking some hot material out of this door. We're going to use a similar idea here with a door that we'll give permissions to, so we might end up blocking people from entry if they keep trying to take hot igneous rock out of here. That's why we changed the way we do our yeah, you're going to take that igneous, aren't you? Let's follow you. Follow cam. I get a center of attention buff. Let's watch you go through the tubes. Where are you going with that igneous, huh, Camille? Where do you think you're going with that igneous? Oh, you're going this way. Where are you going? What are you going to build? You're going to repair the ladders in space. That's what you're doing, isn't it? Oh, you're going to dig this. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, that's all right. You can do that, but I didn't realise that was igneous. What I'll do is I'll cancel this bit. Thank you for highlighting my error. What are we going to build it out of then? Let's cancel that bit, because I don't want any risk of them taking anything hot. Let's use sedimentary. Go to there. Perfect. Should be able to climb up there as well. Yeah, because they've been filling these. Oh, yeah, that's fine. They have been going up there. Speaking of which, we better make sure there isn't any down here anymore. That should not be set to anything. That can be deconstructed. Yeah, a little bit of slime here. Take that up to space, would you? I'm thinking of growing the mushrooms, because we do have slime showers, meteor showers of slime. So we do have a renewable source of slime here. That would be worth making some kind of mushroom farm. I might make it fully enclosed, though. I like doing things that are their own little unit, completely separate. Hey, the pips have grown up. Well, at least hatched. And they're all grown up. So, we can now deconstruct that one. This will be, any shove voles will get taken here. Shove vole. Where are they? Shove voles and vole pups. They can all go in here. It doesn't matter. So that will get deleted, and we'll put a incubator here, and that will be just for these eggs. Reaper can do it itself. Pick the egg up, put it in there. They'll come and hug it. And it will just stay in here as its own little ecosystem. But you need to have pneumatic doors and metal tiles. Otherwise, shove voles can dig their way out. If you take shove voles from space, they can still get out because they can cough up a piece of dirt or something right there on one of these tiles and then go through it to get out. Kind of annoying. So you really just want eggs. That way they've never been fed. And they'll never cause you a problem like that at any rate. What should we use? We've got loads of copper. Let's use copper. Oh. Let's do such things as those. We'll need to power it. So what have we got on this wire? Seems like that wire has got enough power, so we'll do that. I'm still going to use the clock method. I don't see the need to run them 24/7. Just do that. We'll copy sort of one of the times. I've got these set to 25% of the day, and there's 4 of them. So that's the equivalent of running 1 all day, power-wise. Saving the game. Let's just do a second. Yeah, so what you do is you set the first one to 25%. I usually set it for just when they're waking up in the morning, just in case they're sleeping all night and they're not going to get around to doing it. And then you copy that to all of them, and then the next one here, you move along to when the first one ends. So that's 25% of the day. Copy that along to the other 2. And that one you'll set to 50%, 75%. And then the last one is the ending of the day from when that one ends all night. So make sure you've got, like, if you've got shifts like I have, you've got different schedules. You know, will you stop standing in the doorway? Just get out of the way. Go. Shut up. And Jean as well. They haven't got anything to do. So we'll set this now to shove eggs, incubate. The sweeper should do that. Did I press it? Yes, someone's coming to do that job. That's why the sweeper hasn't got it. And we'll set that. I think I'll just copy this one. Yeah, copy settings from there. Boom. Someone should come and hug that egg. They've got nothing to do. They're standing around like lemons. What's happening up here? Make sure there's suits. Yeah. Oh, Ruby, will you stop standing in the doorway, please? For some reason, there's a little bug that if they decide to stand right there, they can block access for everybody. Oh, crack. They all got trapped in here, look. Oh, no, they didn't. Oh, I know what's going on. They're crawling over the top because that's just a pipe. Well, that's going to confuse everybody in the pipe situation. We're going to delete that pipe. Deconstruct that pipe, please, somebody. You won't let me right over the top of it, so someone's going to have to destroy it. Anybody in the pipe situation will get very confused right now because they won't be able to get out. At least not where they were going. They'll stand in the pipes. And they'll be trapped. Camille and Lindsay should be coming to bring us plastic. So that's good. The reason I'm doing this is because we're going to put a fire pole in here, I think, probably. I'm not 100% sure I'm going to do it yet. There we go. Perfect. Now that glossy can be... Yeah, they will just attack these. And there's another glossy in here as well. We'll attack you. Right. Oh, they're all coming. They all want a bit of the fight. Poor glossies. They croaked, literally. Because we worked out with this that if we delete these 3 tiles here, we'd have to put something here that the sweeper can see through, that they can run over. It's fine, we can use nomadic doors here on this side. We can actually put 3 of these Atmo suit docks just here, and the sweeper can still reach and load it up with a suit. That would be perfect. So what we'd have to do is add this section to the base, have a fire pole there, so that you can come in and out between which one you want. It doesn't matter. This will be in only, that will be out only. They'll come through here. Every dupe that comes outside will run through here, so they'll get the park or nature reserve bonus. They'll drop down a fire pole. If they'll get a suit there, or drop down a fire pole and get a suit here. Doesn't matter which way they want to do it. You stop standing there, Ellie. You're blocking the way. Go away. Right. Let's nip down here. I just want to check what's going on. Liquid lock is done, so let's disable that now. Construct. Right, we've come in. They've bricked up that. So now I'm gonna grab a pneumatic door that's steel. Pop it right there. I don't want it in the liquid lock because if heat comes along, touches that, and it's touching the crude, you have a flour gas problem. We have flour gas in this place. Our gas is floury. Hey, it's Friday. Hi, Punk. How are you? Happy Fridays. Got that Friday feeling yet? Have you? Have you? Oh, I'm actually going to build that up. Why not? Deconstruct that bit of ladderage. Get that out of the way. Ah, there's materials in there we can actually use. Excellent. Bit of a bissolite there that's a bit hot. But it should be okay as long as it doesn't get moved. Got that Friday feeling. Yeah. What are we going to do with the lava? All this. Delicious magma. Ooh. At first, this staircase is literally just to direct the magma into this sort of section near to our spike. And the same here, we'll build a little ramp there just to point it roughly in that direction. If in the future we can get low enough, I can't even see the bottom of the map. But if once we've deleted all this junk out of here and pumped out all the crude, if we can finally get down low enough to see the bottom of the map, we can put a petroleum boiler as low as it will possibly go. And yeah, we can just siphon off some of the magma into that. And we'll have an endless supply. Endless supply that will never end. Well, that is the definition of endless, really, isn't it? That will be the long-term goal. And now the other thing is just like, it looks awesome. It looks awesome. If we can get rid of these patches of obsidian out of it, it does look really awesome. We've done a lot of work clearing this section out. And that's just a tiny fraction of all of this. At the moment, it's literally just for power. It's just going to be pushed up against this spike of doom. I wanted to make the spike a bit longer, but the technique we used to use was using a steel door sideways, and you could build a steel door through that steel door without opening it. But either I'm doing something a little bit wrong. Yes, we'll end up with a infinite source of igneous. So we can feed that to our hatches. Right, we're going to need to be able to reach this section. Because, yeah, that's unreachable build there. So we're going to come down by, say, 1, 2, 3, 4. Go there. I don't mind building ladders around. It's fine by me. Build a ladder everywhere. Because it's all extra igneous obsidian that gets built. Oh, we'll get that back. Get access to that back again. Now, this is done. That's carbon dioxide. This is a vacuum. So we're wasting our time going all the way round when we shouldn't need to anymore. What we should do now is delete this tile here. I'm going to check what priority I put that all on. Yeah, I thought I did. Don't put it on that high. This is the highest priority here. Going to delete that one. Going to put in an obsidian ladder there. And then we're going to dig that little piece there. Excellent. Look at this. And we're going to deconstruct you and deconstruct you. Put another ladder right there. Make sure there is definitely no gas in here. It's all a vacuum. We can now come through this way. Awesome. Awesome sauce. I'm going to lose some materials down here because I'm going to delete this power wire here and delete these two mechanized airlocks and brick that in with diamond again. That will probably transfer the temperature just as good, if not better, than steel. Because there'll be no need for them to come round. If they want to access this side, they can come through this way. And if they want to access this side, they can come through this way. So let's prioritize that up. And we're breaking through. Aha. And we're through. Excellent. Look at that. Now they've got instant access, pretty quick access. Not instant, but pretty quick to the transit tube access point. And they can just come in and out. Gotta watch them. They will try and take stuff that's hot through this lock. And we don't want them to do things. In fact, it might be a good idea to make that a new a solid door. A bit of a chance that if they did flash it to sour gas, then it would be, you know, if it's flashed to sour gas, it would be contained in this side. Because in this side, it would have to spread so thin, it would hopefully just be deleted by the game. Yeah, that's a possibility. That gives them quicker access to building all these temperature plates. Which I'm going to change to a... Yeah, let's change it to an 8. Let's just coat this area. Let them get on with it. We don't need temperature plates. We just need the temperature reset. But it's going to look pretty cool. Look at it. It's going to look white. Mountain. They can all come in and they'll probably bring nice cool obsidian with them. Yeah, I want to sweep that little bit of ceramic out of here, please, somebody. Don't touch that abyssalite, it's very hot. We might need to bump this up now. Let's go and check our battery pack at the top of the base. See how we're doing for power. Yeah, it's not bad. The coal power on these. This is going. Because this one's set to a slightly 50-70. And that one's set to, what's that one set to? 90-40. I left all the batteries in here because I wanted to keep this kind of the right temperatures for the pinch of pepper plants. I think a good amount of heat comes off of this natural gas geyser anyway. But yeah, eventually we'll just put the pump up here or even in here because we don't really need it. We just want a little bit of extra polluted water. We might need it for something. We can also make a massive, well, not massive, but a 5-based petrol power plant. I might make a space one because there was one I tried and it was kind of on the border of working. You find a nice straight piece here, like this, where you've got the background, but you've also got the vacuum of space. You put your petrol boilers here and petrol engines here. And the actual carbon dioxide they give off acts as their own, like, coolant, so to speak, and it just slowly drifts off into space. So you don't have to worry about pumping it anywhere or doing anything with it. You do have to run a cooling loop through them, but the actual background gas, they produce themselves. Let's not use igneous rock, please. Let's use this. Down there. Prepare another area for digging out because our dupes are bored. Our dupes are very bored. Let's come through here. I'm just going to do it random spots now. I'm going to count it. Just. I've made these wheezeworts radioactive now. That's a thing. We'll dig it out. I'll dig it on a lower priority. Yeah, 6 will be fine. Make sure there's no volcanoes in here. One of the things I like now is you can click right over the neutronium and it doesn't. Like, you won't get a dupe. You won't come back later and find a dupe trying to dig through neutronium for most of his life. Get rid of those. Just for now, I'm leaving the abyssalite in place so we can figure out what we're doing. I don't want to accidentally drop any salt water down into the crude oil biome down here. Has this guy died yet? The zombie spores are going down, but they're going down pretty slowly. That was 10 million. So we're just leaving it to go down by itself to 0. And there's another one in here to deal with. But this has actually got zombie spores in the crude oil, so I'd rather this crude didn't mix with all this. I think it won't matter though. If we siphon all the heat and this turns into magma tiles, then we'll have to get in here and dig it out. If we siphon the heat and this turns into like magma crumbs like this, a little piece. It will turn into igneous, sorry, a little triangle piece like that. Then, yeah, we could sweep them into here and get extra heat out of them. And then when they're cooled down enough, we could feed them to our hatches. Although we'll probably not be using hatches at that point. We want to start making diamond because this thing apparently needs diamond. We go fossil. Let's go 1. Required. Waiting for materials. Contains a deep cache of harvestable fossils. And it also gives off its own light. Oh, that's nice. This is one of those ancient specimen things that we found. And as far as I understand, it's not just a deep cache. It is like a volcano. It's like an everlasting source of whatever that is, which in this case is fossil. Which is nice because on certain maps you might not have access to much fossil, therefore you don't have access to much steel. What's the matter, Nails? Are you a bit injured? You get bit or something? 98 out of 100 health. Yeah, I think you did. Turn that up now to 170. 170 should give us a little bit more power. Once the temperature spreads up here a little bit more, this will be a bit closer to 200. We don't want to go over 200, remember. Because then whatever you're pumping out here is just being wasted. You've got to cool it down and you're not gaining any power out of it. There's no point. You're just wasting your temperature from your magma. Lovely. Might come in here and build little blocks in these little corners. Sort of brick it out. Push that. Make it more staircase-like. At the moment it looks like giant staircase. Staircase for a huge giant. Yeah. I put this ladder in so they've got a quicker area to run down and grab some more of our obsidian we're using here. Look at the obsidian building factories. It's just to reset the temperature. We don't really worry about it. They are the best thing to build because they use the most material. Smallest space. Yeah, let's, now we've got that done. Just do one door at a time. I think we'll deconstruct this door. Go to power. Deconstruct that bit of power to it. Because they can still get from the diamond storage to that without having to go round through here. Hopefully they don't go that way. Does mean if we need to build anything diamond on this side, we probably won't. We'll have to drag it through. There we go. Yeah, I'd rather sweep that out, really. But that's going to be very, very hot. So let's leave it there and forget about it. Pretend it doesn't exist. Legit. Now, the question is, do we leave one door? So that if we want to come down here and extend this, we can still get in. Or do we brick it up, make sure nobody decides to go in there to get that steel or anything? Might be in there. I think we just brick it up with diamond tiles. I think probably the best. Did I leave that job order on? Yeah, everything's a 9 or an 8 over there, so they're never going to do it because this is more important. I thought they were coming down to do it. No, no. We're going to come and do it, but you're going to go round the scenic route. No. Yeah, I think we'll just get rid of this door. I might as well. Because at some point we'll be building something in space out of steel, and someone will come all the way down here and say, well, I want that piece just there. So let's go diamond tile. Boom, boom. I'll leave this one so that we've still got temperature injection into here. It won't be quite as effective with only one side. We could come down here and connect this with diamond tiles. But they're connected at the top. Be a good idea maybe to connect it at the bottom, but this magma will come in because it's under pressure. So as soon as you delete these tiles, it'll start forcing its way up the tube. If you build that quick enough, then they'll just be small pieces. They'll just turn into little chunks of igneous. I don't want anyone coming down here and trying to get very hot materials when you're not looking. You're busy up in space or whatever. And you build something out of steel and forget about it. Instead of getting the nearest bit of steel, they come all the way down here to get this 1200 degree bit. That's what they're like. Treat them as babies. You know they're going to do that to you. Look at this. It's actually going to look quite cool, all white, but we're not going to, obviously, once we've built as much of this obsidian as possible, we'll just brick off the top layer. But this will become part of this area. And this will be the vacuum underneath, and they won't have access to all the hot material, and we'll be able to just disassemble these temperature shift plates and have loads and loads of obsidian to build with. Now we got another patch there, another patch up there, so we've got to be careful. If we build stuff out of obsidian, they will go and find the hottest piece they can find. This is just duplicate behavior. How's our crude oil liquid lock? Hopefully it's not getting hotter. I don't want to flash it to sour gas or anything. Right, diamond is coming. This piece will fall inside. Be trapped forever. Feels like a shame, but never mind. We can make more steel. We have an infinite supply of iron, volcano, and we can make as much fossil as we ever need. We have an unlimited supply of steel. Excellent. Now we can delete. Wait till it gets a bit closer to finishing. Gee, yeah, it's struggling to get the heat through at the moment with only one door connected. Click disconnect, deconstruct on that side, and hopefully they'll get that job. No, they didn't. Oh well. Delete all that. We've got to leave this power in because that controls the door opening and closing. But we could. That doesn't need to be a large power transformer. That could be a small one. So if we wanted entrance to this room, we could actually make this just 2 wide, make this 4 thick, and have a tunnel right in the middle, coming down here, and have a little sort of an entrance in here or something, and come in and mess around. We could put sweepers in here, and we've already got the conveyor chutes in place, so we could drop materials in here that we want cooled down. Yeah, this should be now pretty nicely hot. Look at that. Add a couple of bits of diamond. Make sure it is diamond and not glass or something. There we go. Once that's bricked in, that's it. If we do want to gain access to here, we'll have to crack it open again, but that will be for the future. And I'm going to build a couple of these down and just build a little ramp down here. Yeah, we can go down a bit further, can't we? Like that. All right, they don't need access to this section. And we'll put some volcanoes. You can build on the right-hand side of them like that. Can't build on the left. We can direct the flow down here towards our diamond spike. And that can pile right up as far as we, right up to the top. The closer it gets up here, the faster the temperature will exchange. And it can still fill this area. It will overflow and fill that area. Actually, if we don't do the top one, it shouldn't. Yeah, if we don't do that one, it shouldn't overpressurize itself. I don't want it to overpressurize itself. I want it to just overflow everywhere and just fill this area with magma. That'll look cool. If we get brave enough, we can go in there and delete some more of the obsidian sections. This, I put all that in ages ago and there's still... it's going to take a while. But there we go. That's it. I place a tile right there. Obsidian tile right above that ladder there. We place another, when that's built, if you put another one there, all this material will be pushed to the right. And we can delete those and just continue this ladder up. I just don't want all this stuff falling down here into magma. It wouldn't matter really if it did, I guess. Yeah, don't bother. Pop a ladder in. Just make it a little bit faster for them to come through and get up here and get work done. Instead of standing around going, oh, I'm bored. Have they come up here? Nah, because everything's down there is such a high priority. Now we've got it a bit safer. Volpup. Print. Hi, Volpup. We're going to get wrangled, pal. Now there are dupes trapped in the base that aren't allowed out by the doors system. So they should wrangle him up and bring him straight into our new room designed for shovevols. Would be shovevolt proof, hopefully. We don't want any food for shovevols in here, so let's make sure that they eat regolith. I think they eat, what do they eat? Eat regolith and sand, probably. Where's he gone? Where's he gone? Uh-oh, is he already in there? No. Uh-oh. Already gone. He's off to disturb your... There he is. He's wrangled there. I see you, Volpup. Someone needs to get on the case. Liam's coming to get you. And you can tell by the lasso symbol what type of job it is. The ranching job. There we go. We now have our first victim. No, that's not nice, is it? They eat regolith. Yeah, eat regolith, dirt, and iron ore. Yeah, make sure you don't feed them any of those. There's none of that going to be left anywhere they can get it. So this is set to sweep out. Well, it's coal because it was hatches. We can get rid of that now because they don't poop coal. Meat, yes, because when they die, we want their meat. Make the barbecue. We want to make sure iron ore is definitely swept out of here. We don't want any iron ore in there. This space is way too big. They don't care about being in a small space. You can put as many of them in, they will not get upset. But, if it proves the problem, we'll just brick it up here, let's say. But they've only got half the size. Because that way, when the guy pulls them to groom them, they've got to come all the way down from up there, which will take ages. If it turns into an issue, we'll just brick it up halfway across. But they don't care. But he can't get through this metal tiles, and he can't get through these metal tiles, and they can't get through pneumatic doors. Of whatever material. Doesn't matter what you make that out of. How's the temperature here? 77. If anything, that's gone down. Oh, there we go. Good. What's the temperature at the top now? 176. Pretty even. That's pretty good. Pretty even across. If we need more power, we'll turn the temperature up a little bit higher. And then that will keep, mind my pan and scan, I do apologise. There we go. Yeah, because our batteries are not fully charged anymore. Once you start using those conveyor, these transit tube things, your power really takes a hit. It's not going low enough for the old coal power to kick in. This thing's running. That's fine. I don't mind a bit of extra polluted. We haven't accessed this thing yet, but we have done a few of these. We've done 3 in the Critter Fluxomatic. We got to do 2 more, I think, to get something. I'm not sure what, but something. We might have to just do 1 tile here if that does. If this fills up completely, and I don't want that to over pressure. I'd rather it just overflowed this side instead. Just to guide, just to help it flow down this way. Might look pretty cool. How long until this guy erupts? 3.6 cycles. We're probably going to attach a chute from here in the vacuum. This one can add to it. That'll look pretty cool when that's cascading magma down from the sky. Looking forward to that, but it'll take a long time to get there. Are you enjoying yourselves building all these tiles? I know they take a long time to build. Oh, save game. Coffee time. Enjoy whatever beverage you have got. Beverage. Today, for me, this morning, it is coffee. Another temp shift plate joins the gang. Another one. I like that clunk sound. That's finished another build. Now, I'm going to double check that we've got food for these guys. We do not have food. You can tell that instantly because these are green. There's nothing there for them to eat. So, yeah. If I put in those feeder things again, and I put them on a 1, I'm considering, because I'm not sure if this is working. We need to have a food sweep session because there's nothing in here to feed them. No, we got stuff in here we need to sweep out. What's the temperature? Is that why it's doing it? Seems like that is full. Conveyor rail blocked. What did we do? Did I break something? Uh-oh. Uh-oh, he broke something. Yeah, we got to get rid of that. Got to get rid of that. Conveyor bridge. Confusing things. Yeah. That should flow, shouldn't it? Goes that way. That goes the correct direction. Comes into there. Goes to those two. Yeah. What's wrong, huh? It's blocked. Go into that. Goes in there, doesn't it? Comes out there. Yep, that's fine. Make sure. Sometimes you can have things under these. Can't see. What is happening? Current ambient temperature 35.5. So that is actually doing its job. Not allowing anything through because it's above 31. If we make that 36, should run. There we go. Taking this sweet time, weren't you, hey? To cool down. Maybe we should have put that temp shift plate in the middle, but never mind. Got a cooling loop running through. Ah, the cooling loop's actually warmed up. It's at 35. That's why. Wow, the cooling loop's warmed up a lot, hasn't it? Why has that got so hot all of a sudden? Is it this? It's probably this place, isn't it? Yeah, I would expect so. Look at this. We have got... Change that to gas. It's easier to see. We have got 5,100 kilograms of oxygen per tile. And in this side, we've got 673, which is nearly 674 kilos per tile of hydrogen. Beautiful. That thing works brilliantly. It never overpressures. It never keep going max gas pressure. Runs. And yeah, once we've got some of this sorted out, this is now set up kind of nicely. So we'll put one there. We don't need access down there anymore. So we'll put one there. As long as they don't get trapped in this section, we're all right. You know what dupes are like. You can't get up there. Do those two. We'll have to put a ladder there or there. They could climb. Yeah, we could put a ladder there. They could climb up. Or just there. Not doing it just yet because I don't want to get anyone stuck. Oh, wow. Look at that. That's shocking. Well, I slipped then. That's fun. There you go. Build that. The other bonus about doing these tiles is you can go straight over the ladders with them. If you build these, you've got to kind of have somewhere to walk. Whereas you can build obsidian in here. Your heart is content. Build these obsidian temp shift plates. I mean, please don't bring obsidian with you. Use obsidian that is locally found, you know. Beautiful, that's done. Let's put a ladder right there then. Now nobody can get trapped in there. Yeah, nobody's stuck on this bit of ladder. We deleted that bit so they wouldn't come down that way. And yeah, perfect. Now as long as this stays high enough, we can come and access this and not have a problem with our environment, gases and stuff. I prefer it was a vacuum, so we might make a liquid lock just here. We could reuse this liquid lock even. Have access to this section. Just brick this up and pump the gases out. When we bust into here, we're going to let all that natural gas out, which I'd rather didn't get out. So at this point, we're going to lower this priority down. Still not exactly low, it's still a 7. But then we can get on with other jobs, knowing that they'll come in here and do this in the background, as long as we don't dig up any obsidian that is hot, because they could potentially bring it here and go through this crude oil to bring it in here. So we're going to make sure whatever job we do, we don't disturb any obsidian. So we're going to come in here and probably do this granite, and it's nice and cold. Dig all that out. Pump that polluted water somewhere. Yeah, come in here and demolish this section. Might actually do that from above. That way, like, no. This obsidian, this abyssalite has been actually broken here by this oil reservoir. spawning in that location. We've got two of them there, and we've got one over here that I know of, just there somewhere. But yeah, well, where is it? I've lost it. It's in here, isn't it? Hard to see. I tried to click on it. Oh, there it is. Aha! Aha! There might be another one in here. Could be. Because they don't have a priority, so you can't see them. There's no priority on it. So, yeah. How's that doing? Has that killed it yet? Oh, I've got to hover over it to see. Oh, it's less than 2 million. It's taking ages to kill, but hey, as long as all the zombie spores die, I'm good with waiting. No rush, no rush. But let's have a little. We go to our sweep tool. We go to what do we want? Well, that can stay selected. I don't mind. Igneous and granite. Yeah. Let's see if we can find any to sweep up, shall we? Oh, wow. Yeah, we've found some. And that can all be chucked in there. Unfortunately, that does mean that if we try and build out of it, we won't be able to reach any. Because it'll all be dumped in here. We've set these to sweep only. And we deliberately made this so deep. Can't reach it. I want to double check why this cooling loop was so hot. Let's see. Could be running through here. What's the temperature running through here at? Whoa. 25 degrees. Yeah. No, that's fine. By the time it gets up here, it's 27. Yeah. And then by the time it's run around all of that and coming back down again, it's 30. And then it runs through this, keeping this metals cool. Runs through our oxygen system. It's coming out at 35. Yeah, so it's keeping that at 35. That's a bit much. But if we made it cooler than that, we took 25, it takes 14 degrees off if it runs. That would be coming out pretty darn cold. Should we do that? I think we might as well. We make that 25. If it's above 25, it will cool it. 25.5 there, so it's coming out now at 11 degrees. Take a little while for that to have an effect because we've got a balancing temperature, balancing container here. As that comes out at 11 and joins this tank, it won't instantly drop the temperature because the tank averages the temperature out. So it's slowly dropping now. Actually, that's quite quickly dropping. The good thing about having one of these tanks is they instantly, no matter what the temperature is, you could have like 99 degree liquid, nearly 500 of it, 5 tons of it. Just add one little blob of something at, a very cold temperature. It'll instantly average temperature between all the liquid in the tank. Every single time a little packet of fluid is being added, it's recalculating the temperature of that entire tank. Liquid, whatever's in there. Because it's adding such cold liquid now, the temperature's dropping. Good. Now, that's not running through the base. If that was running through the base, I'd probably be very nervous about running it that cold because all your plants would die and everything. So if you've got farms and things and you're running that through, don't do that because, you might not end up with plants anymore. They'll be too cold. Let's double check our battery packs. Oh, look, they're definitely getting lower. We're using more power, Captain. Let's go up to our 175. 175. We originally found, now that has got to be based on whatever temperature the magma is at, which has gone down a little because that was 1500 when we started. Now we've already absorbed quite a bit of the temperature here. This side, about 20 odd degrees has been used. Well, it depends where you look. This side a bit more, about 30 degrees has been used. As this erupts, which is in 2.4 cycles, that will cascade down here. And hopefully we'll join this with a bit more hotter magma. There might be some bits of igneous that have still got to melt into magma, but no, I think that's all abyssalite now. Ah, yes, perfect. I also want to get this dug out, I think. Dug away. That piece go. It's got something to land on now, so that's good. Do that section there, because I can reach all of that. I like a bit of digging. I prefer digging to building. Temp shift plates. Might reinforce this edge down here. Not with obsidian tiles, because I don't want them to bring it through the liquid lock. Once we've built as many as we're going to build, I'm not sure how many that's going to be, but that'll just give us a lot of obsidian to use in future projects, so it's nice and chill. We'll just brick this over. You got access to the back, and now close it off. That'll be it. Forgot about it. Now this is going to be very hot, so I'm going to do it to there, I think. Yeah. And then we'll get... That can be obsidian right there. That can be obsidian there, and I'll push that back up again. That little crumb will drop here, but that's fine. That's abyssalite. I'm not bothered. Nobody should ever use abyssalite. Actually, it vanished. Don't even know where it went. Did it go down there? Maybe it did. Run that like that, I guess. That doesn't need to go that high, does it? No, that's fine. About there. Cancel that. Don't worry about doing that. Yeah, don't worry. That's where the roof is going to be, so they can come in through the liquid lock, come across here, get down behind here. They can also come down this way and do whatever we want here if we want them to do anything. I'd like to brick that in so it looks proper. A line there in the graphical settings as I move. You can see it. Excellent. Dig all that out. Actually, you can probably... Nah, just leave it. We'll see what's in... Now, this section here is going to be inside. Might as well deconstruct that. There's a possibility they'll pick that up and use it to build one of the temp shift plates, and it'll already be cool, which is why I wasn't going to bother. Yeah, let's not. Leave it there. We'll destroy it later. Alright, enjoying themselves, doing a bit of digging again. Sorry, you've got all this building to do. That's the last bit of micromanaging this section, I think. We'll get rid of that later. It shouldn't absorb any heat, but the igneous will absorb heat from the magma, but the abyssalite really shouldn't really change heat with the magma very much at all, theoretically. It shouldn't. You can dig that piece out, dig all this out, and look at that, it'll be brilliant. It'll be fantastic. I'd like to get that tile there. That's annoying. Just dig all the hot material out. That's the point. Some of this will be hot material here. Not that bad, actually. 198.4 isn't too bad compared to some of the temperatures we've got around here. Like this igneous. Not sure how we're going to deal with that. We might just drop it in the magma and let it melt. So that there's no risk of anybody coming through here with red hot igneous rock. Because we will build stuff out of igneous at some point. And totally forget all about it. And then the dupes will, be carrying red hot igneous all over the map. Is not surprising. They will do it. Yeah, they've built that now, so we can get rid of that. We don't want any dupes hanging around in the magma. That's just to help that guide in this direction towards our spike. This is not even running at all anymore. The cooling loop is doing such a good job. I'm impressed with that. And that's not even running. Perfect. How are we doing temperature-wise now? 182 at the top. I'll have to turn that up a little bit higher. Go to 180 down here. That'll burst to a lot higher than 180. There you go. Over 300 degrees. In the time that door was closed by. Pushing power right up here. We'll have to have some kind of system in place. For one that eventually solidifies. Why that tile in particular? Out of all these tiles to build, why did you pick that one, huh? Wonder how they decide. Max is idle, but he's trapped in the base. He never leaves. That's good. That actually means that they've caught up with all their work. See more eggs dropping through here. We've got this one switched off of eggs. It doesn't do critter eggs because we don't want the eggs being dropped anywhere else. They just stay in this room. Hey, Volpup, you're enjoying yourself there. Yeah, we might have to move that down a bit. Yeah, we might have to put that, say, there instead. Bring that across there. And then we can delete that. We can copy settings down there. We might put that back up here, sideways. So that we can brick over here. Get rid of airflow tiles. We'll just use these. He's not going through it. He's just asleep. You can just see his little pointy butt sticking out. Where'd the other one go? Oh, there he is. There's another one about to pop. And we're going to have that set to eggshell as well. We leave that set to eggshell. Organic. Eggshells, please. Yeah, we can have that set to eggshell. That's fine by those arrangements. Yeah, well, it might look like we're overpowering this line, but it's fine. They're not going to all run at the same time. If everything ran at exactly the same time, it could potentially get high. But they don't all run at the same moment. It'd be very unlikely for everything to suddenly start working at the same moment. They only draw power when they're working. So. Let's just pop up here. I want to see if this pump has gained any temperature. I don't think it has. Good. That's really helped with the temperature around here, pumping that to a vacuum. Perfect. Yeah, that's probably a good idea to do for this one, isn't it? If we put a liquid pump in here, it will only run if there's a liquid to pump, right? So it wouldn't actually gain any, and you could pump that gas out and have a vacuum in there. That's actually a good idea. Put put the pump in, brick that up there, let the pump the gases out, and then we could access it from inside here. As long as it doesn't overflow, we're all right. We could gain access to it and do whatever we want. Run a cooling loop through it. I don't know, but this is going to come out really hot. Look at that, 295 grams per second. No, 326 degrees. That's bloody hot. So we got that to deal with. Not sure yet how I want to contend with that. We might just open it, examine it, prick it up, and forget it exists. Double wall this so the heat transfer isn't too bad. It'll over pressurize itself and just stop. That does seem like a shame when you've got access to it. Might as well use it, especially when we get these oil reservoirs running. We got a petroleum boiler going. We'll have to pump that anyway. Up to our petroleum boiler. It'll be in between these eyes. They look like eyes to me. We're slowly getting the map destroyed, but it is a very hot map to play with, so yeah. That's difficult. Oh, by the time they get down here, they grab something and they want to get a lunch. They drop everything that they just grabbed. But at least they're feeding the critters now. You got to bring it all the way up here and drop it in this water. Is that stopped by temperature again now? It should be close to running. 36 and 36. I don't make it any hotter, do I? Oh, what's the temperature of this now? It's coming down. 32. Cooling loop's coming down in temperature a bit, so that should really help with cooling this water down. And cooling down all the junk that's in here. There goes some more. There's lots of granite and igneous in here to cool. Yeah, there we go. I was hoping the little piece on the actual conveyor rail would cool a lot quicker than that. But it doesn't appear to be, does it? $20 kilos of igneous rock at 36 degrees. I thought that would really cool a lot faster. Unless we do put a temperature plate in the middle, that may help to cool that down. Have to bring a ladder down so we could reach. Because obviously when you've got massive amounts of material here, like 24.7 tons, that's going to take a long time to cool, right? Because there's so much of it in one stack. My thought process was when it's on the conveyor rail, it would cool a lot quicker. So maybe we could extend that conveyor rail a little. Instead of going directly into there, if we went kind of up and then down like that, kind of snip that off there. Maybe that would actually help cool those little granules down a bit. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we can reach that. Let them build that. It's all trial and error. See what happens. We'll snip that there. You can't see it, but you could just see that that's disconnected. I don't know if I reconnect that. You should be able to see a little white bit there. You can just make it out. Things like that catch you out when you can't tell. And there's a little white bit there so you can tell that's connected correctly. I'll make sure that is a nice priority. We don't want anyone putting anything in the conveyor loader, so that's set to only be done by the sweeper. But I don't want it taking so long to let that out. That's terrible. Yeah, it's just sitting there and it doesn't seem to be cooling very quickly. What's on there? Igneous rock. See, that was cool enough to run. That should have run. Not sure. Once they've built this little extra loop, hopefully that might help to cool it down a little bit before it gets to the sensor. Or we'll have to switch to using a sensor in the water instead of on the actual item. Because, yeah, that should be running. Ambient temperature is 36 and it's above 37, it should go. But it's not. Anything on it? Contents. 20 kilos. Yeah, it's probably because I've disconnected it. That's all right then. When that gets built, that'll work. I'll leave you watching that for one moment and I'll be right back. I am back and thank you for your patience. We have active rail there. The temperature seems to be dropping. Yeah. Now we put a temperature plate in the middle. Kind of average the temperature of this wall. I'm not sure if it's a good idea. It might make things worse. Yeah, a couple of pieces fell out. Good. Yes. It means the theory is working. As they sit here on the rail, it's only like 20 kilos stack instead of trying to whatever's in here or whatever's in this massive pile, which is a lot harder to cool and heat. But a 20 kilo bit on a rail, yeah. Because we've now gone through that middle rail, I don't want to be feeding the heat on whatever's in the middle rail into this one. But it should be a lot faster at cooling. See that 45? It's really plummeting in temperature now. I'd rather it was cooler than 37 even, but then we're letting our cooling loop do all the work. Yeah, we could add the steel to this area as well. These two. I deliberately only did this section before. Well, we've got access. This area. Game save. Let's have a drink. Yeah, well, we've got access to this area. I'm just going to take steel. I'm going to put a piece there and a piece there and those two. Then we can mess around with the patterning as much as we like. Hop into utilities And I'd rather use diamond, but that means someone's got to go down there. Let's check the temperature of the diamond. I mind my pan and scare. A bit drunk. There we go. That's 92 degrees. Well, I suppose that can go through our liquid block of doom. Yep. I'm going to flash it to sour gas. Right. Where are we? Who are we? What's our name again? Oh, right. Here we are. Here we are. Let's go. Shipping. No. Utilities. This one. One diamond temperature plate. Smack in the middle, please. We did make a couple out of ice. Now, it's going to take ages for the machine to get round to sweeping out this gold. So while the ladder is there. No, they can't reach it, can they? I don't think. They have to be there. Cancels working then. We'll just add it to the sweeper. One day it might eventually sweep it out. Who knows? Somebody coming to build us a temperature plate. Nails is coming to build it. Good on you, Nails. Another 3 pieces have come out. See how it's doing 3-piece chunks and they're the 3 that are in the liquid? Yeah, that's definitely working. That's exactly what it's doing. Maybe we should fill this a bit more and run that around here as well. Put more water in. Fill it up a bit more. Because the bits that are in the water are going to cool a lot faster. Oh, you muppet. Oh well, the sweeper will put it in, don't worry. Yeah, the sweeper picked that diamond up. They just dropped it in the right... If they dropped it out here, it wouldn't have happened. They dropped it inside, so that is now a build job. Construct job. Where is it? Yeah, it's a construction errand now. Building errand. I was lucky. They just got there when they got called to lunch or whatever. Obviously, we need it running much faster than this to feed the hungry hippos out there. So we'll see. Providing coolant. Hard part. But I think we can mess around with the pipes a little bit. Come in here, come down and up and around, and that basically covers every single tile with a little bit of coolant liquid in this 9-tile block. Wow. All those temp shift plates we're building up there, and I still forget how long it takes to build one temp shift plate. Chucking more igneous in. Bit more granite. No, igneous. Fair enough. Chuck it all in. Plop. There it goes. Now we can delete this ladder. Goodbye. No more duplicate access to this section. That should feed the hungry creatures for a while. Ah, that temp shift plate has really changed things. Look at that. That seems to be feeding a lot faster now. Coming in at really hot and then instantly dropping temperature. 37 is still a bit hot in my opinion, but let's see if we can drag that down to say 35. See what happens. Does it stop? A little bit longer. Just. We can't go any lower than whatever the temperature of the cooling loop is. So if this is right, actually, just snipperoo. We haven't even set this bit up properly yet. There we go. Aha! Even better now. Yep, that's totally killed it. So let's go back up to, what was it? 37. Let's try 36. Nope. Let's try 37. Oops, that's not working. 37. 37 seems to be our optimum for the temperature of the materials coming in. Temperature of our cooling loop and all those sort of variables. Actually, our cooling loop seems to be getting cooler as time goes on. Is good. It'll impart more chill into the water. Well, technically, it'll absorb more heat. Isn't that the correct way around? Yeah. Cold doesn't transfer. Heat what transfers. But, yeah, it's just nitpicking. Right. And we could even run these rails through a block of ice and chill that even further. That should provide some food to the hungry hippos. Copy settings on that. And delete this one. Goodbye. Bye, my friend. Are these groomed or what? Yeah, they seem to be happy enough. I don't know if that'll work anymore because they used to be like that. They were born with enough calories to lay one egg before they died, as long as you groom them. I don't know if they've altered something because the other batch died and they never used to. You could see that we'll see. Critter metabolism 3%. Rate at which a critter burns calories. Oh, okay. Yeah, it should tell you somewhere how many calories they've actually got. Maybe it only tells you when they're actually tame rather than wild. We'll have to wait. That one's now the right weight, and that's turned off. Has blocked that vent. Shoot, should I say? Ah, seems to have jammed up again. There, damn it. 39.1. There's a hot piece there. Wait for that to cool down. Could store some something cold in here. Put some ice in, but it'll probably melt and overflow everywhere. Yeah, it's coming down. Temperature's dropping. Hope there isn't too much of that. Otherwise our critters will die. We could inject a bit more cold into there in the future. Oh, look at this. Our oxygen supply is going to stop because we've run out of water. We've literally sucked up all that salt water, all of it. We need to start pumping water. Now what we're going to do is use this tank, because this is this one, the brine from here and here combined, and this is over pressurized now. Not even letting any out. This is our cooling loop for our volcano up here, our iron volcano. Not running anything in here anymore. Actually, this you can actually turn off now because we're not running you. Nip it right there, I think. Yeah, that's... You can clear that up later. We're going to readjust all this section and destroy all this. So we've got all this water here. 5 tons at 22 degrees. Yeah, got quite a lot of water there. And also another 3 backup tanks here. And this is a backup tank of brine. What we're going to do is we're going to actually convert that to water in the base, so the dupes that are in the base can run these desalinators. We might have to run a cooling loop round here because desalinators do get a bit warm and toasty. But we can clear up all this pipes and stuff. Yeah, we can have a bit of a... we'll snip. They're both linked together by this one. Let's have a little bit of a play here and see what we can do. When the water goes out of the desalinator, it comes out of these two. Right. We'll be able to just connect them directly to this pipe now. And that one. It's a bridge over there. Right. That will send the clean... Well, the normal water, not the brine, out this direction. Where are we going to go? This brine is pretty chill. It should be quite cold. 17 degrees, that is, but that's because it's been sat there for a while. Even colder than that, probably. I'm tempted to run it through that tank that we just sorted out earlier on its way to the oxygen supply, because it's nice and cool, so we don't need to worry about it too much. We can bring it down here. And this section has got to go. This is all gonna just borrow the pipes, I guess, in situ. Yeah, we can do that. This is probably... Well, we could reuse this. A bit low. I'd rather it was just sort of... do I want it running through the bottom of there? No. Let's go a bit lower than that. Yeah, we could just... No, if we reuse that, we've got to mess around with this pipes as well. So we'll just come here, I think. This ladder is perfect. If we go there, make sure to snip off some of these. Snip, snip, snip. This thing can finally go. We built that in one of the first episodes, I think, one of the earliest ones, to get rid of our... That was the bottom of the base at the time. Look how far we've dug. Yeah, we've dug a long way. Oh, that's already... damn, I missed it. Already erupted. All of that so you can watch it erupt and then you miss it erupting because you're too busy doing other things. Right. Alright. A little bit of water in here. That's fine. That'll get sent over to the oxygen. Connect it into there. Connect it down to there. We'll snip all that. All of this junk can get tidied up. Where are you going, water? You're going back that way, are you? Fine. Go where you want to go. You do you. Struck that. The brine is already running. Look, because it's got a little space in the pipe, so it's allowed to run. Leaving this in because we're going to drain all this. We'll run it around here, down here, all of this, all the way down here. We're going to reuse this pipe and reuse this pipe. Well, it makes sense to, doesn't it? Make sure we don't drip anything into our tank. Now, we raise this up. It might not be permanently. We come down there. Yeah. We can run our polluted through the top bit. And we can run this super chill. Yeah, we'll come down here. There. What have I just made that out of? Sandstone. Okay, fair enough. We're going to have some very chill liquid coming through, so we might as well use it to cool this down. We'll make our cooling loop just do the top 2 rows and come down here. We'll make this come through this bottom part where we want to keep that really cold. Then we can, we need to access this tank here. We need to access this pipe. Well, that's perfect. We can just bridge over there when we get to that. Make this bit a little bit higher priority. So I can sort that pipe out. We're going to have to make that a bit higher. Taking too long for the food to come out. That should run now, 39. But while we're running all that cool water through here, we might as well take advantage of the temperature. We're only going to feed it into the oxygen machine anyway. There we go, look at that. So we're going to, yeah, we're going to snip that again. We're going to snip, say, there. Connect all these together. Feed it out there. Perfect. And cancel that, because we don't want to build that. I will empty that out. Take turns. You, sir. You first. No, you go first. No, you. And we'll place a bridge onto this pipe. We'll borrow you. Snip that off so nothing else comes up here. And where are we going to go? We're going to go into the tank? Yeah, we might as well go into the tank. Go there. Actually, we'll go up by one. Yeah, let's go up by one. Because we need to bridge over. Along here and in. Finally. There's a long way to send the water. But, oh, that was obsidian. I noticed that. No. Plumbing. Liquid bridge. Let's make it out of sedimentary rock. Yes, please. That seems much less harmful. Let's see what this one is. Is that liquid bridge obsidian? Oh dear. Plumbing, liquid bridge, something less dangerous. Where did that pipe come from anyway? I've forgotten even what this was for originally. Yeah, that was to send crude oil up. Okay, that was our old pipe. That bridge can go. We'll leave that in situ in case we need to fill this loop a bit more. How are we doing for temperature? Not bad. We need to bridge over. Need to make these insulated, I think, these pipes here. Deconstruct that bit now. Deconstruct that bit. I'm very confused. There's too many pipes everywhere. Rid of some of it now. Yeah, we can tidy up some of this mess. Leave some of the others in situ just in case we need them. I know there's some water at the other end to pump out. Now look at all these. They're probably unreachable, are they? Oh, nuts. Yeah, we'd have to get rid of some of the ladders. Like some of the batteries. We'd keep them in there to keep the temperature up. I mean, they're not strictly necessary. We deconstruct that one. We deconstruct that one. We can put a ladder there and there. Because they're on the automation for these. To tell them when to come on and off. I left them there to add heat to the room. These are running a bit harder now. They're closer to the 850. We can turn that up a bit more and run them a bit harder if we want to. Oh, we got to see one of them erupting. Lovely. Eventually that'll form its own lock when that fills high enough. It'll just touch this tile from underneath. Most of the liquid will go this way. Magma Falls. Well, part 1. Part 2? I don't know. The small version. The big version. How are you doing? Nails, you're doing well, don't worry. So, do we have water flow? Any of these pipes yet? Yeah, comes down here, comes across here. No, because we didn't connect it. Well, that makes sense, doesn't it, hey? Now we ought to connect that and then follow that up. Jumps over there, comes around here, connect it into there, cancel any builds that we made, jumps over there and adds to our oxygen supply. Excellent. Alternatively, we could just pump the brine over here, but this isn't brine, this is salt water, and they would actually behave a bit weirdly. We're only cooling those two now with the cooling loop. This bit will be cooled by the incoming water, which will gather a bit of temperature as it comes, because, you know. But that's not it. This machine produces only, what is it? Oh, actually, we can just check in the pipe. 3,500 grams of water. We want to drain all these tanks, and we also want to drain these tanks, and probably this tank into that system as well, though that tank's a bit hotter over there. So we need to get rid of this, get rid of that, because it's pointing in the wrong direction, and it's connected to the output there. We don't want that. what we're going to do, we're going to put a valve underneath here because there's nowhere to put it up there. So we'll put a liquid valve. We'll have to flip it right there and attach it to that, and we can drain all this water into this, and we can make sure it won't take over, blocking the pipe so the desalinator can't run. Set the amount of liquid accordingly. And then we can have some output. Well, we only need one really on this one. It will flow that way anyway. That's why it's in the base, so that one of the in-base captives, dupes, can empty it. Wonder if there's a way where we could set it when that one stops running, this one automatically starts, so it never stops running, you know, constantly. And when that one's finished, that one stops again and lets that one run. Or whatever way round you want to do it. Anyone using the transit tube system now, or have we messed it up with this? I'm wondering if that's actually not connected to either because it's too close. You know? I don't see anyone using it. No, they're running instead. I think we kind of somehow disconnected it. Yeah, I think we did. So this door, they are allowed in and out. Yeah, it's fine because this is still not part of the base. So deconstruct that airflow tile there. No, we don't really need to deconstruct that. So deconstructing that. There we go. Perfect. I'm going to set that now to iron to steel forever. That one's now done. It's got its stack of 2000 and turned off the machine. And we want to run this one. There's a bit of tungsten on there. Get rid of that. Someone take that tungsten off the weight plate, please. Ah, there we go. Now, if we run that into there, that might work properly. Somebody do that. Please, somebody do it. Yeah, we'll get rid of this, actually. Construct that. And deconstruct that one as well. Going to deconstruct these three and put some more Atmos suits in. Come on, build this. We can't use our tubes until you build it. Now, there's a bit of plastic there. What's the betting? They'll bring some plastic with them. They could have used this piece. Come on, somebody. Ellie. Come on, Ellie. Come on, Ellie. Want to see someone use the transit tube system, so I know I haven't broken it. Insulted liquid pipes. Who insulted the pipes? Right, now you can start using your tubes again. Yeah, look at that, straight away. Boom. Bye, Ellie. Have fun. Stone hatches are dying of hungers. We're not running anything out of here again. Yeah, we're not. Water's just arriving, guys. Don't panic. Don't panic. It's balmy 15 degrees. Should pick up some temperature when it enters here. Now look at that. Straight away. There's not much of it though, because it's only like a small amount in the pipe. That was a full 10k packet. Running round, it's going to enter the system very soon. That's set to resist the 4k. 1000 grams a second each. This won't quite be enough to run all 4. At least they'll get them running again. It'll give it a chance to cool down anyway. Yeah, it's cooling down in there. This water is a lot cooler. We could probably just let that go to maximum and leave that in there. Fill the pipes with nice cool water instead of the 95-degree stuff that's coming out of this thing. I might actually snip that now. Oh, so we're running this water, please. Let's come down to where we... my pan and scan, I apologise. Right, so that's 3,500. That should make a full pipe. When someone comes to adjust it. Anyone coming to adjust this? It won't take you a split second. You just got to walk up to it and go beep. Eventually, when we've drained all these, we'll probably have both desalinators running. Camille got the job. Thanks, Camille. Come and do this for me. I want to empty the old relics of our previous designs. Uh-oh, our toilets are backing up. Look at that. 3 tanks, 2.5 tanks of water. Uh-oh, we'd better sort that out. Right, so that is now set. We can now connect such things as these. And start draining. Yeah, make that a bit of a higher priority, please. Let's check. That should add to the water coming out of there and make a full 10k packet. Perfect. At a nice 2.8 degrees. Lovely. Even better. I haven't bothered insulating the pipes, so that will draw in some temperature on its way to where it's going. But that's fine. Now let's raise this above a 5 because it will never get done. Yeah. On a 5, it'll just match in with the background. This might need altering a little bit because it's just recycling the same water. And with no cooling in it, it will eventually get hotter and hotter. But water can absorb so much temperature before it even changes a tiny amount. Wow, look how many we've got in our room. Crikey. Hey. We built a space to put our computer games machine and never actually built one. We need to make sure we've got the power available, which will be awkward. Yeah, we moved that over. How are we going to get the power to that? Let's connect this. How we were going to do it. Oops. Distractions. Right, so we can snip all these off now. There we go. Connect that now to this. Powers that back up. This is now powered by this 600 watt line, and this is now 1920. It's powering the soda fountains and the drinks machine. This one is now powering games machine and the juicer, which we're not using yet because we don't have any mushrooms. Well, bristleberries, that was it. This line could potentially power the games machine, but the only way to get the power to it... Ooh, actually, we've got a way. Where there's a will, there's a way. Come down here, across here, and up. Ah, see? Let's deconstruct, say, who's view off of it. Yeah, that's on this separate line. Cancel that. I don't want to build anything there. So all this will still work. Potentially run it off of that because that's only got, yeah, that's 600 watts. That's what we're going to use. Right, power. Conductive wire bridge. Yes, please. Bit of copper. Yeah, why not? And we'll do that. Then we can give them a games console. Have we even analysed the game show? Yeah, we should. Furniture. Arcade cabinet. There we go. Not lead. Ugh, this is our nice room. There we go. So they can drink soda, drink coffee, chat on the phone, be entertained by a whatever double helix, dance, play video games. Oh yeah, I wanted to see the. Oh, I did see that. The pedestal with the collar, the animal collar. Sorry, Ashcan, we didn't quite get the arcade cabinet ready in time for your break, but maybe next time. Delivering some copper, getting things built. Arcade cabinet will be installed. Ah, here it comes. Nice bit of gold, and you can build a whole arcade cabinet with that. Boom! And it is powered correctly from this line. Expensive, look at it, 1200 watts. But hey, nothing but the best for our dupes. We might even make this carpet in here. I was going to make it glass tiles so they could see the decor from underneath. All these lovely hanging pots and everything. Let's do. Click on that. I've clicked it at the wrong moment, just when they're all. Game is saving. We might have to have a second room for our dupes. Yeah, rec room. So it's hard cramming everything in here. Definitely powered up. Yes, it is. Well, someone will use it. Hi, Sweeps. How you doing? You having fun? Alright, let's see what's going on in here. Right, yeah, we want to get rid of these tiles and tile this across to keep the guys in the bottom section. We'll make these metal tiles now. In fact, we'll brick it all the way to there. Because these eggs have now hatched. There's no egg available. I'm going to suppress that. That will annoy me. If we brick this and they're up here, then we'll just wrangle them and they'll be brought back down. Especially when you start building things like petroleum boilers. The last thing you want is a shovel in the middle of it, coughing up lumps in the middle of your petroleum boiler. This should help take some temperature out of here. Yeah, it's already 5 degrees by the time it gets up to here. That should really help cool down this stuff. And it is. Look at the speed that temperature is dropping at. That's crazy. Another piece can come out. You know what? We're going to go one step. Oh, that's not the right button, is it? Going to go one step further here. Let's just pause that. We're going to snip that there, and we're going to connect that there. Let that drain. Take turns. I can't be bothered to wait for it to take turns. Just drain. That can freeze for a moment in space. Hello. Nice to see you, Chinua. It's good to see you. How you doing? Let's snip that. We're just messing around here. Let's make this now. Just separate all this into dots and see. We're going to go over the entire thing. Hello, it's good to see you. Good to see you. Nice of you to drop in. There we go. Now we can use this extremely cold water to cool this area. Just bypass it with the cooling loop. It's actually hotter. This is our oxygen water. Actually, don't build that, will you? Please. Oh, too late. Built it. Darn. Yeah, have a good look. I don't mind lurkers. Lurkers are good. All fun of the game. Right. This machine is absolutely my favourite design for an oxygen maker. There are now 5,000 kilograms of oxygen on the left per tile and 688 on the right. That's understandably lower because these machines give out 888 kilograms, not kilograms, but grams per second of oxygen and only 112 of hydrogen. So, yeah, a lot less hydrogen. What I should have done is made the bigger side the oxygen and the smaller side the hydrogen, but it doesn't really matter because it's infinitely pressured. These never, ever, ever they max gas pressure. So what we're going to do here, I think, is we've got a lot of water to send over. We're sending it over way faster than these four can eat it. So we're going to need somewhere to store this water. We need a tank. We need one fast. I suggest we brick this bit in. That's fine. You can stay in there. Have fun, saltwater. We'll just brick across here. Well, brick with airflow tiles. And we'll pump the excess water into here, I think. We'll just drip it in there. We can make this quite tall all the way up there if we want to. That'll give us an overflow section. Or we could switch it over to actually desalinate it over here instead of over there in the base. That is superb. I like it. Oh, I like it. Yeah. Nice. Yeah, that means this doesn't have to work as hard to keep this cool. We were trying to cool a lot of materials in here. We're just using this water to cool it instead. It makes more sense to me. So, don't get yourself stuck in the water. We know what you like. You'll climb down there, build it from below, and then wonder why you're trapped. Actually, we probably ought to, yeah, because this is really hot and this is really cold, so we ought to run a insulated tiles up here. No, not obsidian. What are you doing? Don't dare use obsidian. Oh, no, don't do that. Sandstone will be fine, fine, fine. Just do that. And that one, because I don't want the temperature transferring through. So, there we go. This will be our overflow. So when this is full, yeah, it will carry on down here. Will it? Will it? It should do. Can't go in there. It would carry on this way. Then we can just put it over the edge. The liquid vent on the end. And make sure that's not obsidian. Because it probably is. No, it's granite. Oh well. We might use it. We'll have to bring this wall up to there then, won't we? We'll have to. Because that will over-pressurize itself and block itself. It's full. We don't need to extend this because this will over-pressurize itself when it gets over the top of the geyser. But this can actually, yeah. We'll put a pump in here so that we got access to that water for later. We'll probably expand it up here. Just a temporary situation. But it's sort of just, we ran out of water completely, but look how much oxygen we've got. We've got oxygen for days. Well, more than days, probably. Years. Depending on how many dupes you've got. But we want a lot because we want to build a massive liquid oxygen, liquid hydrogen machine. So we'll have so much here to use. It'll be great. Absolutely wonderful. That's good. Keep running the water. Nice and chill. And it's draining these tanks out and running the machine. And now that that's been done, we can also take this liquid bridge and reverse it. And all this water in here is cooled down now. So we are now allowed access to this. Yeah, we've already got access. I didn't realise that. Now, we can access this one as well. Get our materials back. Demolish it. It's old-fashioned and defunct. Yeah, we're not using you anymore. Sorry, Cool Steam Vent. We're going to rip all of this out and redesign it. That was just panic bricked in at the beginning to stop this Cool Steam Vent cooking our base. Now we have... Ooh, there we go. We have beautifications in place, and we're going to make these glass tiles. Let's try a few glass tiles there. Window tiles. Yeah, we're not making them out of diamonds. We're making them out of glass. Just try that. Just see what it looks like. If you're laying in this bed, it highlights what's giving you, you know, decor from that point. There we go. Soda machine's quite good. You make a soda machine and then look at their eyes. Hey, look at their eyes. Ellie, your eyes. Exactly the same face as me when I drink it. Don't worry, Catalina. You're stood in the door, but you're still in the room, so you're getting the bonus. Yeah, I didn't realize. Oh, playing games. Come on, Ellie. And two of them can play at the same time. Someone else can join you. They'd rather chat on the phone, but hey. Don't get hit by that asteroid. There you go. Played video games bonus. Who was that? That was... she's already gone. Was that Catalina? No. Catalina was drinking. It was Ellie. Let's see. Go to morale. Got superb meal plus 16. Great haul. Last cycle's decor was nice. 5 shift break plus 4. Soda filled plus 4. Interested skills learned. Yep. Played video games plus 3. The dupes. Well, they're mostly getting barbecue. But every now and again, a Pacu dies in this water tank down here. And they'll make a bit of the surf and turf. Because we've got hydrogen. You've got natural gas. Up to this. There we go. To our gas range. And it's set to make surf and turf forever. So whenever a fish dies, they get a surf and turf, which gives them a plus 16 to their morale. Look at that. Yes. So we will also be making a mushroom farm and stuff, so we can get... there's already mushrooms in here. And there's already meal lice in here. And water in here. So all we need to add to that is some bristleberry. We'll have to make a little bristleberry farm. Hey, look at him flying through the tube. Where's you at? Did you just change direction in the middle of the pipe? Oh, no, there's you at. Oh. You know what, Devon? I may have forgotten to change your schedule. Nope. Nope. You shouldn't be falling asleep. You should have plenty of time to get home. See what the temperature's like in here now. Yeah. So, I'm tempted just to allow this pipe to fill now because it's nice cool liquid coming in here and it'll help cool the place down. Before, when it was really hot, I wanted to limit how much liquid was in there at any one time. It would be making this place freezing, boiling hot, very hot. So, yes. I have to cool it pretty soon. I've already overrun what I should have done. I've got to get stuff done. I'll be back later on to do a bit more. That's nearly filled now, so this will start dripping into here. Hopefully, if I've done that piping right, I think it should. If that tank can't take any more, it should just flow along here and drip out, shouldn't it? Theoretically. I want to get that corner one done before anything starts pouring in. It was a massive sweep, so they're spending a lot of their time coming all the way over here, wherever it is. A long way away, yeah, to get sweep orders. We carry a small amount of granite. I'll probably cancel that in a minute. Oh, let's see how our Spore Kid's doing. Down to just over 1 million zombie spores now. It's over pressured. We pressured it into dying, yes. And I didn't realise that the pressure, or the fact that the Spore Kid is dead, would actually kill the zombie spores. It's taken a long time. In fact, I think I'm going to just cancel these sweeps now. They might still have some of the orders to sweep them, so they'll still go and do them. Look at this. Like staircase of magma blobs. Magma packets. I want to put one on the end, just because I think it will look better. There we go, and put one there. Beautiful. And our magma staircase. On this volcano to try and direct it a bit closer to our spike. Spike of Doom. 187, so we could actually push that up a little bit higher. It was 175 before was the highest we could go. That was because this was actually hotter. Actually cooled down by about 50 degrees. Yeah. Awesome. Awesome sauce. We'll pump all this over here. Is tank full yet? Oh, not quite. It looks like it's full on the logo, the colours. It's actually not. And the excess will drip in here. Perfect. They've done all that. Actually, I think we could just insulate the bottom bit instead of having that. Yeah, I think we can. We're not going to have that much of a weight in here. Now, you know what I'm like. We'll probably just extend it all the way up to base or something and have a huge tank of water on the side of the base. Well, a long, thin tank of water on the side of the base. Very easy to suddenly go, yeah, sure. Only going to have a tiny amount in there, and then you end up getting carried away. These guys can just die because we haven't made a killing machine for those yet. They can go. This thing's working slowly. It's chunking out another 3 pieces. Doing 3 at a time because there's 3... Actually, it should do 4, shouldn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces. Because there's 3 pieces of it on the rails in the water. That's why they're all cooling down, I think, at the same time. It's coming down pretty rapidly, though, the temperature of each piece. It goes again, but only while this cold water's running. And after that's stopped running, we're going to have problems keeping that cool enough. Might have to make an ice box somewhere and just pass it through the ice box. Because you don't really want 80-degree chunks of metal rock in your base. Ah, we're slowly breaking this place up. Temp shift plates of doom. I've got to remember to put some more on there, otherwise I'll forget and think it's being done, and that won't be being done. Anyway, that I'll have to wait till later. Because I got some things I should be doing. I will thank you very much for watching. Thanks for coming. And I will see you later.